2 lakhs from the accumulated balance. On the 2 lakhs, company has to, or the trust, or the institution or PF department who is distributing to you has to make the TDS at 10% and pay balance of 1,80,000. Just I am taking the numbers, ad hoc numbers. Okay, 2 lakhs if you withdraw, 10% they will deduct 20,000, 1,80,000 will be paid to you. Next, section 193, interest on securities. If any interest received on securities, the person who is paying the interest, I am using the word person. Person covers 7 categories. Anyone can fall under this. Normally, company will fall under this. Okay, normally, company. It may be public company, private company, or controlled by government. And any local authority, it is also like company kind of a thing. Okay. If any interest on securities means bond, debentures, like that. If any interest is paying on them, if the interest amount exceeds 5,000, then only they will have to make a TDS of 10%. Okay. Dividend, I don't think you will get the question on dividend, because normally dividend, whatever the dividend company makes the payment, if the dividend amount exceeds threshold limit, they will have to make the payment, they will have to deduct the TDS at 10%. 194A, interest other than interest on securities. This other than interest on securities comes bank interest normally on the deposits. Okay, if bank is paying any interest to you, the bank will deduct TDS at 10% and pay the balance. Winning from lottery, B means winning from lottery, BB means winning from horse races. If you get any winning from lottery, crossword puzzle, card games, Kaun Banega Karodpati, in that if you win, if you get 1 crore of prize money, 30% will be deducted, 30 lakhs, 70 lakhs will be paid to you. If you put any amount in the horse race or any other race, okay, here they use the horse races. Horse race, assume that you have won 3 lakh rupees. The race club will deduct 30,000 and 3 lakh means 90,000 they will deduct, 2 lakh 10,000 will be paid to you if you win 3 lakhs. 194C, important one, payment or credit to a resident contractor or subcontractor. If you are making a payment of any, if you are making any contract payment to any contractor, if that contractor happens to be an individual or HUF, you will make a payment, you will deduct a TDS of 1%. If you are paying to any other person other than individual or HUF, you have to deduct 2%. Okay, in this contract, as I said, if the single payment is being made, if it exceeds 30,000 only, you need to make the TDS. If the payment, accumulated payment over a period of time during the previous year, if it exceeds 1 lakh, then you will have to make the TDS payment. Okay. See, with your study material, it is not clear. Assume that you made a payment of 6 payments you made during the previous year. One is 18,000, another one is 26,000, another one is 35,000, another one is 22,000, another one is 10,000, another one is 40,000. Now tell me, in each cases you are making a payment to a single person. Assume that you are making a payment to a contractor. Okay. on whom you made a 6 payment during the previous year. Now you have to see whether each payment exceeding 30,000. If yes, you need to make the TDS. Okay. What percentage? If it is individual, if you are paying to an individual, 1%. If you are paying to other than individual and HUF, 2% you have to make the TDS. Of what? Of the payments. Now tell me whether this first payment made during the previous year, any day from 1st April to 31st March, 1st April 22 to 31st March 23, you have made 6 payments in total. Okay. I will write here. Cumulative. I will do the cumulative. This one. Tell me, when you make the first payment of 18,000, is TDS applicable? Has it exceeded 30,000?
No, sir.
No TDS. Okay, you need not have to make the TDS now because you are not sure that you are going to make the payment in a year which exceeds 1 lakh. Hence, I am not making any TDS there. Second payment you made 26,000. Is TDS applicable?
No, sir.
No. Third payment you made a 35,000. Is TDS applicable?
Yes.
Yes. How much? How much TDS is applicable? Assume that it is company. Okay. This into 2% applicable. TDS amount is 700. 35,000 minus 700. 34,300 you will make the payment. Okay. Next. Fourth. 22,000 you are making the amount payment. Will the TDS is applicable?
No, sir.
Applicable. On this payment is also applicable. On this payment is also applicable. TDS. How much is the total? 18,000 plus 26,000 plus 22,000. What is the total amount? %,
66.
into this plus this plus this. 1,320 you need to make the TDS and balance. How much you will pay? 22,000 minus 1,320. 20,680 you will make the payment. Okay. Now you see, if you apply 1,01,000 into 2%, the TDS amount will be equal to 2020. You calculate 1,01,000 into 2%. Calculate. Is TDS 2020 comes. Will it come? Into 2%. 2020, which is nothing but for all these 4 payments, we have made the TDS here. Because we have already done this one, I am excluding that. I have taken the other 3, for which I got 1,320. 700 I have made the TDS for this. Total comes to 2020. Now there is no lapse in my compliance. Okay. Now tell me, fourth, 10,000 you made the payment. Is TDS applicable? Is TDS applicable? 10,000 payment?
No, sir.
Applicable because it has exceeded 1 lakh. TDS is applicable. Here 1 lakh, here exceeded, no? TDS is applicable. Obviously for this 40,000 also, TDS is applicable. What is the total TDS amount you made? How much is the TDS amount? 3,020, which is nothing but 1,51,000 into 2%. 3,020. Are you guys understanding? They will give like this question. In first two cases, TDS is not applicable. Third case, you will obviously take because it exceeds 30,000. Sir, how will we get to know whether all these things applicable or not? How to understand? See, this is the lapse in your study material. I am not blaming. There are so many things missing. You guys are seeing that also. See, payment to contractor and subcontractor 194C. What are all the payments it covers? Okay, only works contract is covers. Okay, time of deduction at the time. Rate of TDS 1% or 2%. Threshold limit 30,000 single payment. Aggregate payment exceeds 1 lakh. You need to make the TDS. Understood? Are you guys seeing no? Like this. Whatever I told, they are given like here. See, ABC Limited makes the following payments to Mr. X, a contractor. Mr. X means individual. How much payment you need to, how much TDS you need to make? 1%. For contract work during the previous year, 21-22. Now we make it as 22-23. Wherever 21 is there, make it as 22. 22 is there, make it as 23. We will see. 20,000. Is TDS applicable? 20,000 you made the payment. Is TDS applicable?
No, sir.
No. 25,000?
No, sir.
No. 28,000?
No, sir.
No. 30,000?
Yes.
See, exceed 30,000 they told. Does not exceed 30,000 they told. Here it is exact 30,000, no TDS. Okay? But total all these four, all four you total, 30,000 plus 28,000 how much? 58,000. 58,000 plus 25 how much? 68, 78. 78 plus 5, 83. 83 plus 20, 1 lakh 3. 1 lakh 3 into 1%. How much? 1,030. See, 1 lakh 3,000 is the total amount which exceeded 1 lakh threshold limit. On the last payment of 30,000, you need to make the TDS of all four, deducted, pay the balance. Understanding right? The question will come like this. If you see your material, how will you understand? These are all the things we need to take care. Okay? I think I have shared the CA materials also. Please go through that once if you have sufficient time. Okay. 194 DA, payment in respect of life insurance policy. See, here also there are many things in this life insurance policy. Assume that LIC is making a payment of the policy you have taken, it got matured. In that case, whatever the amount they are paying, whatever the LIC is paying the amount to you, on which TDS they have to make at 5%. This is forcing me to tell many things. See, assume that you have taken a policy for 15 years. Because there is an amendment in this, hence I am forced to tell few things. You have taken a policy for 15 years and yearly payment is 75,000 per month. And this sum assured, I will write sum assured. Sum assured is 15 lakhs. And on maturity, you will be getting 30 lakhs. Assume. Okay. 75,000 is the premium. Premium 75,000. 15,000 is sum assured. And on maturity, payment received. On maturity, you are receiving the payment of 30 lakhs. Now the question arises, how much is to be income portion on which TDS is to be made? You are taking a policy for a period of 15 years. That means first calculate what is the total premium you have paid. Please understand all these things. Total premium you have paid 11,25,000. How much they are paying? 30,000. What is the income? 30,000 minus 11,25,000. On this 18,75,000, you need to make the TDS at 5% and pay 29,06,252 to you. The LIC will make the payment of 29,06,252 to you on maturity. This is an amendment. Earlier before this amendment, on this 1% used to make the TDS on this entire amount. Now they have came up with the amendment stating that only on the income portion, because you already paid the premium, it is your amount only on which you are not supposed to make the payment, TDS. What is the income? 18,75,000 is the income to you. You made the premium of this much during the period of 15 years. This is the income. How you got the income? Whatever the maturity amount minus premium paid, you get the income component. On that income component only you are supposed to make the TDS at 5%. Okay. All these things it is not mentioned in your study material. Insurance commission, TDS 5%. If the payment exceeds 15,000, you will have to make the, sorry, not this one, 194 DA life insurance. Rate of TDS, there also 5%. Okay. If the payment exceeds 1 lakh or more on the income component, you need to make the TDS. See here, Mr. X, a resident, is due to receive 4,50,000. Has the payment exceeds 1 lakh? Yes. On 31st March 22 towards the maturity process of LIC policy taken on 1/4/2019, for which the sum assured is 4 lakh. and the annual premium is 1,25,000. 4 lakh. He received 4,50,000. Annual premium 1,25,000. 22. That means 2019 means how many years? 2019, 20, 21, 22. 4 years. 1,25,000 into 4, 5 lakhs. The income, there is no income component, there is no TDS. Okay, I think they have taken 3 years. 1419 means 19 1 year, 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 21 to 22. Sorry, 3 years. 125 into 3, 3,75,000. 4,50,000 minus 3,75,000. Balance comes 75,000. Hence, it has not exceeded 1 lakh. No TDS here. Okay. First portion. There are so many things. You have to calculate the 20% of the sum assured, whether the premium exceeds 20%. Like that also we need to calculate. Hence, I am not going to discuss in details, because as per your, what you call, the text in the material, they have not clearly given the details of the sections. Okay. Hence, I have taken up already this one. Let me explain this. I think you guys have observed this section 1010D. Okay. Even I told you section 1010D. What it says. Premium. Sum assured. Okay. Assume that sum assured is 15 lakhs. You are making a premium of 80,000 per month. First, you need to see whether this premium, whatever you are paying, how much of this is your sum assured. For this sum assured, you need to calculate the percentage. It comes to 5%, assume. Okay. If the premium payment is below 20% of the sum assured, hence whatever the payment you receive on maturity, even though it exceeds 1 lakh, the income component, the entire amount is exempted. Are you guys understanding? If the premium payment is less than the percentage fixed on the sum assured, then even though the income component you receive on the maturity of the policy, it will be exempted. That is the first case. Second case, assume that you have made a premium of 3,50,000. Now it comes to 23%. On maturity, you receive 56 lakhs. Assume you receive 56 lakhs on maturity. Now you need to calculate the income component. How much? Income component will be premium, whatever you make the premium payment, into 15 years. That comes to 52,50,000. 3,50,000 is the income. Is this income exceeded 1 lakh? Yes. As the premium is more than certain percentage prescribed to sum assured? Yes. These two conditions, if it satisfies, then only on this income component you need to make a TDS of 5%. All these things they have not explained in your material. Okay. Next. 54F is also not. Brokerage and commission on sale of lottery ticket. This is also not important. 194H, commission and brokerage. Commission and brokerage, if you pay any commission to an commission agent, if that commission exceeds 15,000 in a year, you need to make a TDS at 5%. 15,000 in a year, if it exceeds the commission payment, you need to make a TDS. Okay. 194I, rent. There are two parts. One is rent of plant and machinery and rent of land and building. Here also no, see, they have not mentioned the threshold limit. If both the rent put together, if it exceeds 2,40,000 in a year, you need to make the TDS. Okay. How much? 2,40,000. 194I. Commission C, 15,000. I rent. What is the threshold limit? 2,40,000. Okay. How to calculate 2,40,000? Assume furniture and building. Okay. Furniture for which you are making a rent payment of 18,000 per month and 25,000 per month for building. You need to calculate for 12 months. First calculate how much it comes. You need to see from when they have taken from when you are paying the rent to these things. They give different dates. You have taken the building on different date, furniture on different date. You need to calculate from that date to year end how many months you have used, for which how much rent you are paying. Put together, if it exceeds, I just take 8,000. Okay. Now here I will take 20,000. Now the total comes to 3,36,000. Put together comes to 3,36,000. Has it exceeded 2,40,000?
Yes.
Yes. You have to make the TDS. Okay. How much percentage? How much percentage TDS? If it is for plant and machinery, 2%. Plant and machinery is nothing but AC, fridge, all those things will cover. Just I will take machinery. Okay, building. Plant and machinery, 2%. Rent of land, building, furniture, fittings and all, 20%. 10%. On this you need to make 2% TDS. On this you need to make 10% TDS. Total you need to make a TDS of 25,920 in a year. Okay, this is the first thing. Second thing, machinery has been taken on rent from 1st November 22. Monthly rent being 12,000. Building from 4th June 22 at rupees 18,000. Now you need to calculate for the year how much from the date of renting to the year end. How many months? From 1st April means 1st November means November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. This into 5 comes to 60,000. This into how many months? June means include June. April may exclude. June comes to 10. Total how much? 2,40,000. Has it exceeded 2,40,000? Has it exceeded 2,40,000? See, they haven't given anything. Okay, does not exceed 2,40,000. No TDS. If it exceeds 2,40,000, you need to make the TDS. Understood? See, like this they give the question. Different dates, different dates, different trends. You need to accumulate total the two from the date of renting to the year end. If that exceeds 2,40,000, then only you need to make the TDS. Otherwise, no. Like this, if they give 5 questions from TDS chapter, if you go with this material, I don't know how you guys will answer to those questions. Okay, I will stop it here. 194I. I will have to continue from 194 IA, IB, IC. This is all rent only. I means rent. All these relating to rent. Rent or with respect to immovable property. In otherwise, if I say, okay, I will continue from this page number 567.